Take one, scene one. All right, here we go. And then just act natural, boy. You good, primo? Just post up. All right. Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Frankthaman, barber and cosmetologist, and you're watching the Frankthaman TV show. This is a channel where I teach you how to increase your income, increase your clientele, and of course, how to cut hair, new techniques, things you ain't never seen before. Before we get started, you guys, this is actually my primo right here, one of the Carvajal family members, you know what I'm saying? So this is my cousin, and we're gonna be doing a bald fade today. I have been on the series of doing bald fades, so I wanna just make sure that I continue doing this to ensure that you guys know every step that I'm doing when it comes to doing bald fades. So without further ado, let's get started. And remember, you guys, we are pushing our new Barber brand. It's called Filoso. Link in the description below for all our new razors, our merch, and our new upcoming products. See you guys soon. Peace. All right, you guys, so for this tutorial, we're gonna be doing a number 5 on top. All right, let's do it. So you guys see this whirl here? I pretty much always just follow it. You know, whenever we're cutting hair, we're cutting against the grain. And that's when it comes to straight hair, of course. And notice how I move my positioning. I switch the clipper from my right hand to my left hand to make everything a whole lot smoother. Now when I go to the right side of his head, I'm going with my right hand, running it, and then I usually do this 4 times, 2 times dry, and then the other times wet. The reason why is because straight hair has a tendency of actually, for some reason, kind of just sitting on the head, and the water stands hair up, so that's what's a good thing. Cleanliness is next to godliness, right? So make sure that while you're cutting, you're also brushing off your client's hair and also dusting them off. Makes him feel more comfortable, you know, and it's about an experience. Remember, it's not just the haircut. His head starts curving there. So if I were to do a high fade, by the time I fade it out, it's gonna be around here. So around right here is his mid, for his real estate, for his canvas. So where you do that little line and check it out. So by the time we fade out, it's gonna be like right here, right on the money. All right, you guys, when it comes to fading, all we're doing is knocking off hair, right? I also said, based off his whirl, that the hair grows a certain way, right? And we are cutting against the grain. So I wouldn't chop it like this, because look at that. I mean, it works, but his hair grows this way. So I'm gonna go against his growth. And I'm going about, for this, I am going about 1 inch above. So we have our first guideline, which is 0 here. This is our second guideline, 1.5. And right in between, we're gonna grab our clipper, drop our level, and then do our second guideline. First guideline, second guideline, and then third guideline. So here comes our second. And notice my cousin has that type of hair texture that it's really soft. So there's our first, there's our second. It kind of already faded itself. So there's that. We're gonna put our number 1 back on there. Since this is a half, this is our second guideline, we actually need to hit it with a close level, which is now, we're just gonna be touching that 0.5 that we created, that half. And notice it's blending right into the 1.5. God's plan, y'all, God's plan. Another thing to always have in hand is a comb. Reason why is because the hair does bundle up like what you see that. The density of the hair is different, so we're just gonna match it up. All right, you guys, so now we're gonna focus on our third guideline. Remember, this is a number 5, and this is a 1.5. We're gonna grab our number 2, and we are gonna be closing the lever all the way through. Remember, against the grain. Not like this, because his hair doesn't grow down straight. It grows this way, so we're going this way, literally against his grain. My cousin did ask for a bald fade, not a fade with a 0. opening the clipper, the wall designer with the lever all the way closed to take out that trimmer guideline. When you go higher in the fade, the lever goes lower in the fade. So right now I'm just kind of just touching up anything to ensure that we are fading out that guideline. Alright you guys, so I am going to be hitting this guideline right underneath that first guideline we created with this bad boy. Alright you guys, so there's our first guideline, right? We're just going to follow it. So we went ahead and created our first guideline. Well, same thing, we're going to be grabbing our wall designer, opening the lever all the way out. We are going to leave the back alone, and we're going to be starting from here that way. Remember, that is our first guideline, which is the trimmer guideline, the 0 or the trimmer guideline, doesn't matter. And we're going to be going ½ an inch above from that first guideline. Now we're going to grab our 1, put that bad boy on, open the lever all the way down. Here we go. And that's our 0 guideline, 0.5 guideline, and this is our 1.5 guideline. There's 3 guidelines that we create, you guys. And remember, we're cutting against the hair. In this case, this hair all fall down straight, so we don't have to turn the clipper at all. Just nice and straight. So we have our first guideline, second guideline, and our 1.5 guideline. We're gonna focus on this second guideline here right now. Take off your 1, open the lever all the way down, and then corner work to take out that 0.5. All right, now we're gonna focus on this guideline. We used a trimmer. Let's see if our 0 close will hit it. Remember that this is a 1.5, so we need a number 2 to take it off. All right, so again, this area for him is a whole lot denser, meaning it's more darker and he has more hairs per square inch than he does here. So we just gotta cut and make it lighter there. Go back to the 1, open the lever all the way down, and we're using our corner work to take that off. So you see that? I created my bald guideline. Now I'm gonna go side to side to fade it out. And whenever I bald, guys, I always kind of feel my client's skin and make sure that it's super bald. And what do you guys think about this new style of video that I'm doing? You can obviously hear some of the noises in the background, but you know, let me know what you think in the comments. Is this cool, or should I go back to the voiceovers? And if you haven't noticed, what I mean is that I'm actually filming the audio while I'm here in the shop, and not so much just filming the video and then going home and laying down the audio. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. All right, here we go. 0 guideline, 0.5 guideline, 1.5 guideline. All right, here we go. That is our 0 guideline, and this is our 0.5. Lever all the way down, and we are just fading. Hitting our 0.5 guideline with a 0.5, which is what we use to create it. All right, now we're focusing on our 0 guideline, lever all the way closed. Remember, the higher you go on the fade, the lower the lever goes. All right, that is a 1.5. I am gonna hit it again with the 1.5. I am now going to hit it with a number 1, because this is a 0.5. I'm hitting it with a 1 now, all the way close. With a number 2. Notice his hair goes this way, so I'm cutting against his grain. That almost did the trick. It softened it up real good, but now we gotta go back to that 1.5. Corner work against the grain, against the way his hair grows. It's pretty ridiculous if you ask me. All right, there we go. Let's line my client up. My primo, and send him on his way home. Look, he look tired. Hurry up. All right, you guys, so when it comes to lining up my client in the front, what I always like to do is do a little bit of hairspray or spritz, any handy dandy spritz you have laying around, to make sure that that hair does not move. So here we go. I always start in the middle and work my way towards the sides. And all you're doing is just matching it. Pretty much it. That line that we created here, we want to create a straight 90-degree angle. Using my pinky as support here. And notice his hair all grows out right here. So it's a little difficult to line up, but nothing we can't handle. All right, you guys, for the shave, I am going to be using our handy dandy Filoso razor blades for barbers. Check it out. This is by Barbers, for barbers. Comes in this 100 pack here. Check it out. They're all individually wrapped, and they come in this envelope right here, which of course we grab, snap, and then tear in half. And then check it out. It does have our logo on it. Says Filoso, and then even better than that, Filoso, the barber's blade. Look at that. If that's not badass, I don't know what is. The moment that we stop pulling our skin, the client's skin, is the moment that we go ahead and cut them. So always pull the skin. Keep it as natural as possible. And do the same thing on the other side, you guys. Keep it as natural as possible. Yeah, look at this for me, primo. Keep it as natural as possible and always pull the skin. I'm using my thumb to pull the skin. Do me a favor, do the Birdman hands, the Birdman rub. Yeah, look down, and then we'll go back up and do it. Hey, yes sir. All right, you guys, that concludes our haircut. Thank you guys so much for watching. Link in the description below. Make sure you cop our razors. Make sure you cop our merch. See y'all soon. Peace.